Alright, before we get into this video, I just want to quickly bring your attention to these two videos I posted recently. The first one is the official Fandom Initiative mission statement, where we lay out all the reasons why a counter voice to the anti-fandom is so important to have. Not only to protect the fandoms we love from disingenuous, relentlessly aggressive, and oftentimes hateful and bigoted content and people, but also to help prevent people from going down these far-right rabbit holes when, in all honesty, they just want to watch some nerd content. And YouTube sadly allows hate content to thrive, and so it doesn't take much for a person who, for example, doesn't really like the direction that the MCU has taken in Phase 4, and wanting to find some content that explains why, and perhaps at first they find channels that outline genuine critiques for the MCU, such as the lazy CGI, the overabundance of content that leads to rushed projects, or analyses that point out the flaws in the writing. However, it's very easy to go from honest fan content like this to videos that say the MCU's supposed downfall is due to this word, woke. Channels like Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, RK Outpost, they have the outward appearance of being nerd channels, but when you dig a little deeper into their content, you realize that they're more often than not focusing on critiquing the skin color, gender, or sexuality of the actors, or any progressive message that may be in the movie, stating that these social messages and agendas, or even just the existence of a non-white male character, is what is making modern movies bad. The ill-defined word woke has now become the main point of criticism that these people use when critiquing media. Channels like Geeks and Gamers and RK Outpost, they hone in on any diversity they see, whether it be the inclusion of a black actor or a gay character, or getting outraged anytime a woman is capable or maybe even outshines the man just a little bit. Or, for example, calling Diego Luna a diversity hire when they otherwise love Andor and know they have nothing negative to say about it. And these channels hide this hateful content behind the cover of simply caring about the media. However, someone like the Critical Drinker is a lot more subtle, but even he often focuses on men supposedly being dumbed down and feminized to instead push forth strong women, and he genuinely uses his often dishonest videos, which is clearly demonstrated in this wonderful video by Pillar of Garbage, to paint an image that Hollywood is purposefully pushing a hateful agenda against men. It sucks because he does have some decent analysis of films and TV shows, which presents itself when he isn't hyper-focusing on the message. It's clear to see why so many people are drawn towards his content. The same with a lot of these other channels, because a lot of people are upset. A lot of people do feel ostracized and victimized, and that's not a nice way to feel. It's not fun feeling alienated, and it's natural that when you do feel this way, that you seek answers. You want to know how to get better. However, sadly, a lot of people seek out these answers from channels that will give them the easy solution, which is to just blame everything other than you. It's Hollywood's fault. It's the fault of wokeness and activists and feminists. They're the ones holding you down. Just blame them and keep consuming our content where we validate you. This is what they say, because gaining validation from the real world takes a lot of self-reflection and a lot of self-growth. And I don't blame people for being afraid of looking deep inside themselves, because that's not easy. And it's understandable to want to seek out the easy solutions, but this is not the way forward. This is not going to help. These channels you're watching only care about themselves. They don't give a flying fuck what actually happens to their fanbase. Their success depends on you feeling worthless, because the worse you feel, the more likely you are to watch their content, because who else is willing to pretend to have your best interests at heart? Listen, I understand why it's tempting to continue down this path. Trust me, I get it. I've been there before. But please, if you have the time and an open mind, then watch this mission statement from the Fandom Initiative, because it highlights a lot of what I've just said, and much, much more. The link is on screen or in the description. The second video is my most recent one, where I call out Eric July for his horrendous takes on trans people, where he got angry that a Protect Trans Kids sign was in the background of the new Spiderverse trailer for just a split second. I also talk about Matt Walsh and his relentless campaign against trans people. However, the most important part of that video is my debunking of a lot of the misinformed and ignorant takes you see about the trans community and gender-affirming care that you see everywhere nowadays. I took a lot of inspiration from Jessie Gender's videos, so if you haven't seen her videos before, then I highly recommend you go check them out. But basically, if you want to learn more about the trans community and also see me combat the incompetent and hateful hateful rhetoric that Eric July and Matt Walsh use, then check this video out. Again, the link is down in the description and on screen right now. However, for this video, I just first want to introduce the new Discord server for you guys to hang out in. Fourth time's the charm, am I right? No, but basically, we've done a lot of talking within the Fandom Initiative about not only combating the negative and toxic outpour of anti-fan content, but also trying to create safe spaces for fans to just be fans again. And the obvious first step towards this is to actually create these spaces. So once again, Dane from Actual Fandom has repurposed another one of his properties into the Fandom Initiative Discord server. This server is a place for you to chat with like-minded people about the franchises and fandoms that you love, and it has anything the nerd inside you will ever need. And if you have a suggestion for a channel that you believe is missing, then you can always ask us to add it, and we likely will. The main goal of this server is not to be where we talk about the anti-fandom, but rather a place to discuss the things we love. There will be a couple of channels for discussing anti-fandom, sending us suggestions for videos, a politics channel even. However, mainly we want the negativity and the more serious topics to be left for YouTube. This doesn't mean you can't criticize a piece of media. Positivity doesn't mean you have to love everything you see and never have a critical eye. Part of the fun of being a fan of something is sharing with other people the things we like as well as the things we don't like. However, it's all about the mindset. Constructive criticism of a franchise you love or some media that you just watched is great. Even disagreeing with other people and having a discussion about these disagreements is encouraged, as long as we keep it civil, without any personal attacks or hateful speech. Healthy media criticism is not dead. It just sometimes seems like it on the internet nowadays. However, this server is meant to represent an inclusive and accepting community where there's room for you to have a good and meaningful time, as long as you have the mindset of wanting everyone else to also have a good time. However, due to the nature of our content, us announcing the server will obviously lead to a lot of trolls or haters trying to join, so there will likely be a small screening process once you join, but don't worry one bit. All you have to do is just act like you would otherwise and engage in a couple of discussions and you'll be good. In wanting to make this community a safe space for all fans, we naturally need to be strict with who we allow to join, because there will be fans of the channels we call out will want to ruin this for all of us, and that's to be expected. However, this doesn't mean that you're not welcome if you don't agree with us. If you simply don't like my content, but you still want to be a part of a community that's passionate about nerdy things, be it Star Wars, comic books, video games, anime, food, or anything else, as long as you're fine with sticking to the rules of the server and you're not an asshole, then you're welcome. Just remember that this is not a server focusing on the culture war and political disagreements, it's a server for fans. So if your intention is to try and have a discussion with us about the things we say in our videos and on stream, then we absolutely encourage that. However, this is not the server for that. If you want to criticize something within my content, then either leave comments on my YouTube videos, DM me personally on Discord, or email me. However, these topics will stay out of this server. Also, to those of you wondering, well, what about the S.E.A. Empire server that I'm a part of? And trust me, I still highly encourage all of you to go join that server because it's a banging server with a lot of really cool people. I've just recently been focusing a lot more on the Fandom Initiative, but that server is still great. Links to both this new server and the S.E.A. Empire server are down in the description, so please do go join both if you want. However, I also just wanted to end off with a quick channel update. Essentially, May has and will continue to be quite busy for me in terms of workload and time, so don't expect too much content from me. My output in general hasn't been very great these past couple of months, and I do apologize for that, but I also want to provide you all with thought out and quality content that I can be proud of. But once the summer hits, I'll have a lot more time to act upon the many ideas I have for videos. However, you can always still catch me at the Fandom Initiative live streams every week, usually Wednesdays, but sometimes other days. Beforehand, you could only watch these streams over on Actual Fandom and Organized Chaos's channels, but we've now started streaming them to my channel as well. Sometimes the day and times will vary, but usually the streams are on Wednesdays at 4 PM EST or 10 PM GMT +2, which is my time zone, so you are very welcome to join some entertaining and hopefully very meaningful streams. However, other than the live streams, we also upload clips from the streams to the Fandom Initiative channel, and if you haven't already, then go subscribe to that channel if you want more content from me and the others. Also, speaking of live streams, I've had some thoughts of dabbling with live streaming myself to complement my video essays, so keep an eye out for that. We're also getting very close to 10,000 subscribers, which is going to be fucking huge. 10,000 has been my goal from the beginning, and the fact that we're we're so close is insane. I've already begun thinking of ways to celebrate. I definitely want to do a lot of things for this, and I'll definitely be doing a celebratory live stream, but I will also be asking you guys for suggestions, so keep an eye out for the community tab. However, to end off, I just wanted to bring your attention to my Patreon, where you can support me even more than you already do. There are plenty of benefits you get over there, from having your name in my videos, to having private conversations with me, to receiving some videos earlier than everyone else, and for only $1 you get access to all my written reviews, because I don't get to review nearly as much as I want to on my channel. So click the link in the description or in the comments if you want to check that out. However, other than that, I just want to say thank you for watching this short-ish update video. Again, the link to the 2 videos as well as the Discord servers are down in the description, so do check those out. Also, shout out to my patrons including Ben Joseph and Nicholas. But other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful day, stay safe, and peace out.